What up, Chippers? LPlay's back once again for another beautiful build showcase in No Man's Sky Next. And what a lovely little spot we found for this particular building today. Of course, the beachfront, the view of the ocean right there on our lawn. What better place to build a fantastic freaking cozy cabin, a little hideaway, a little holiday retreat, somewhere to come for some peace and quiet and relaxation. And that, of course, was the inspiration for today's build. And if we take a little look up the hill here, you'll see the cozy little cabin that I have built, and I am really pleased with the way this thing turned out. It just looks so cool to me. I guess I was inspired by like ski lodges and log cabins and that kind of like cozy feeling retreat type building. So that's the kind of look and feel that I've gone for. We've gone for this really dark like chocolatey oak wood color, and I feel like that has just worked out perfectly. It blends in really nicely with this kind of yellowy planet that we got here with these crazy green trees. This is a really cool planet, by the way. Some of you might even recognize the start of this build, at least, from one of the live streams that I did a while back. My first ever gameplay live stream. We put down a very basic square shell, and I did tell everyone that the way I build, I kind of put down the foundations first, the kind of blocks, the boxes, the rough outline, and then it's when I start doing all the detail that it comes to life. So this is the finished build, and I'm really happy with the way it turned out. It looks cozy, it looks cool, it looks exactly like a little holiday retreat kind of cabin that you would see, and I'm really pleased with that. I do some weird stuff when I build, so for those that have not seen the kind of stuff that I build before, this is the second episode in my build showcase series. I did build a beautiful little Gek chapel in the first one, but I tend to use all of the custom build parts. I don't like using the structured pieces. I like to use the little detail pieces and make my own sort of buildings and structures. I just feel like that's more authentic and it feels nicer and it looks better for me personally. So that's kind of what I do. And yeah, I do some strange stuff. So we've got these like little posts popping out, I guess like support posts. I use them as kind of like little corner beams and stuff, and I like to put these little balconies with plants and lamps on and the little decals, and I use these weird hollow doors instead of windows because I feel like they just look like better windows than the windows that you have to build with at the moment. I do have some windows you'll see around here, but we'll talk about that later. But yeah, I've done a lot with this building to try and give it some depth, you know, like the varied roof heights. There's a little balcony up on the top there with a little chair and table on it, the flagpoles, these little posts sticking out, the little balconies, the ledges, this little balcony and decking area down here. Loads and loads of little tiny things that I've done to try and make it pop a bit more and make it less flat, you know. I didn't want it to just be like a little block cabin, a little wooden box. I wanted it to feel alive and feel lifelike and feel like, I don't know, exciting and interesting to look at. And I think I've managed to pull that off. So yeah, this is the build. Cozy cabin on this beautiful holiday resort island of mine. I love this place. This is a really beautiful planet. And this was another really cool thing. I don't know if anyone's ever seen like medieval style buildings or like builds and stuff that people build in other games, but they tend to have like little flagpole, little lamp areas, and that's kind of what this is here. So we've got like the post sticking out at the top of the building with the little family crest for the little Gek that lives here. The little Gek warrior, the little proud Gek, of course, displaying his family emblem proudly, so when he comes home he knows this is home, you know, this is family, this is home, this is my place, my little hideaway. So that's kind of what that's about. And I've used the stairs again. I like using stairs to add detail to my roofs because the roofs at the moment are quite I don't know, they work good for like square buildings and rectangles, but whenever you try and add a little bit more depth, they're kind of, I don't know, they're a bit awkward to build with. So using the smaller pieces like the stairs and adding these little banisters and balconies and stuff that I do helps to give it a lot more detail and texture, which you can't really get with the normal roofs at the moment. And of course, we've gone for like the little tower area at the top there. So yeah, that's kind of the outside of the building. I've got the flagpoles everywhere, loads of little warm lighting and stuff. We've got a little decking area out here. Of course, when you're on a planet this freaking beautiful, you got to spend time out here on the porch, just enjoying it, just soaking it all in. So that's what we got here. And then if we go down the side, I thought this was really cool. So I've used the terrain manipulator, of course. I'm still trying to do cool stuff with it. You can kind of tell that I try and blend in everything I build with the terrain manipulator. I like making the builds that I create feel like they've been almost like reclaimed. How cool does the sky look right now? Jeez Louise. Like taken back by the landscape, or like at least become part of it, you know. It's been here a long time, it's weathered, the ground has kind of emerged and swallowed it in places, and that's kind of why I do that with the terrain manipulator. It makes it feel like it's always been here, like a part of history. And of course, every little good cabin out in the woods, out in the middle of nowhere, needs a generator, needs a boiler, so that's what we got out the back here, you know. We got that kind of stuff in this little pantry area, tucked away behind the stairs so nobody can see it, and that's what heats the building, powers the water, the electricity, all that kind of stuff. And it's all tucked away out of sight, so I thought that was pretty neat, like little detail. I don't know, I like doing little things that help it feel lived in and feel alive, you know, so I do loads of little bits and pieces like that from my little gek that lives here. Of course, we had to have a little porch area out on the roof. When you've got this as your view, you want to be able to take it in, you want to be able to see it, so I had to make a little porch up on the roof with our little flagpole there, proudly blowing and swaying in the wind, and then we can like hop onto the roof. I don't know, you probably shouldn't do this. If you have a beautiful little cabin, don't run around on the roof of it, but we're gonna do it today because we're fearsome gek warriors and we ain't scared. But yeah, I can like run out onto the roof, run on my little flagpole here, and just take a look around, and I like that a lot. And of course that helps me get down here, and these are technically stairs, so that's fine. And then I get back to my porch. So inside, well, on the outside, before we go in, I also have loads of little plants and planters around here. I don't know, the gek that lives here really likes nature, I guess. But inside, we've got our little living room, our little lounge area, I guess. This is where you'd have your little gek friends over, you know. This is probably where you'd sit in the evenings, have a little glass of gek juice, enjoy the sunset, talk about all the good things you've done, and not at all the dastardly deeds that you've been getting up to. So yeah, that's where you do that. A little cozy. It looks pretty cool. I like it. And up on the ceiling here, you'll see I've gone for like the glass ceiling tile. This was quite an unusual thing, but I love that effect, especially in a small cozy build like this. Having something like a glass ceiling where you can see up onto the next floor, I don't know, it just, for me, it helps bring it to life like so much and make it feel bigger and more open than it is. And of course, you got to make the most of the space, you know. I mean, I'm a small tiny gek, so this is pretty big for me, but if anyone else comes in here, they're gonna be cramped, so we gotta have it feeling like it's bigger than it is. And of course, you can see the awesome rafters up there on the ceiling. I love doing little rafters and stuff on the roof, so I don't know, that's like a really cool touch. Of course, we have our little gek symbol on the wall there for when our little gek assassin is out studying his contracts for the next kill. I mean, sorry, I mean when our little gek, entrepreneur is here studying for exams and things, you know, being a good little gek. There's nothing nefarious going on. I don't know what you're talking about. Of course, we got the little, on the bottom of the tower, so this is the actual, this area here is where the little tower outpost is on here. So if you look up, you can kind of see that going up there. But we've got that, I've turned that into another little, like, archway thing, just blending out into the background. I like doing stuff like that. I like having it flow really naturally into the outside. So this area of like the hill overgrowing, maybe a little mudslide here that's kind of collapsed a little bit, and then that comes into the building really smoothly. I don't know, something about that for me is like, yeah, that's cool, I like it. Little couch here if you want to sit out by the air and get some fresh air there. And of course, we have another little cubby hole down here. What could be in here? Ah, yes, this is the guest bedroom. Here we go. I thought this was really cozy, but then it reminded me of poor Harry Potter being stuck under the stairs, and then I thought maybe it's not as cute and cozy as I thought. But yeah, I mean, I feel like this would be a cozy little place to have a nap in. You know, you got your nice little warm lamp. It's like a little cabin bed, I guess. So yeah, that was cool. That's why. That was my inspiration for that. It wasn't to lock anybody under the stairs. And then, of course, we got the jukebox. You have to have a little jukebox. Play some mellow jazz music while you're out here relaxing, enjoying the view, enjoying the scenery and the sunsets, you know. You need some nice mellow music. So that's what we get playing out of this thing over here. And then if we go up the stairs, so up the stairs again, I wanted it, so downstairs I tried to make feel like really cozy and enclosed with the little cubbies and cupboards and cabbies and cabinets and cabapples. I don't know, there's lots of C's there. I got myself in a right tongue twister. But yeah, upstairs I wanted to feel a little bit more open. So we've got this kind of big open space, the glass floor, the huge windows so you can just see straight outside, and then of course the nice little porch area, the little balcony so you can come and see it. I really, really like how this planet looks and this little spot that I'm in. And of course overlooking the sea there is just like, that's just such a perfect little thing. So I wanted my little holiday cabin to make the most of the scenery and the views, you know. So lots of big open windows, lots of little balconies and cropperies where you can kind of come outside and take it all in and just be at one with the beautiful world. So that's what we've gone for there. And of course we are little Gek, so a Gek can't resist the urge to farm. But there's no Nip Nip here today, I promise. There's nothing to do with Nip Nip in this whole build. And don't ask me what's in these barrels, because I ain't telling you. I ain't got no contraband, sir. But yeah, so we've got a little desk up here, so if we want to come and read a book or do some studying, you know, all that kind of stuff. And some little bookshelves or little cupboards on the wall there. And of course the rafters, the beautiful rafters. See, this is another thing that I like doing. I like doing weird stuff like this. So I've got like my open roof with the rafters, but then I've got my little closed off cabin. And again, I've turned that into a really cozy little room area. I don't know why, I just loved it. It's strange, but I love this idea of little cozy nooks and crannies where I can just put tiny rooms or little beds or little areas in. It feels like they're little secret hideouts, you know, like, I don't know. I feel like I would get excited walking around this place and just like climbing into all the little nooks and crannies and seeing all the cool little spots that I could find. But yeah, so yeah, I like that. And of course, even here, we've got another balcony. Lots of balconies, lots of beautiful things to see on this planet, and we want to make the most of that, so yeah. Pretty freaking cool. So that is pretty much most of the build. There are a couple of little things that I want to show you, but you got to promise me. You got to promise me right now that you ain't gonna tell nobody. So there are rumours that the Gek that lives in this nice little cozy cabin might not just use it for a holiday resort, a nice little peaceful retreat, but in fact might use it as a secret hideout. But why would they do that, you ask? Well, because apparently they are Gek assassins. And I don't mean people that go and assassinate Geks, so don't get any ideas. I mean, there's a little Gek that lives here that is rumoured, allegations, there's no solid evidence, that he's actually a hitman and he takes on contracts and goes out and snipes out the naughty Viking and stuff like that. But I mean, I don't know anything about that. Of course, we've got the shed. There's nothing in the shed. It's just tools, you know. You've got your little shed out there, all overgrown. As I don't know about you guys, but like, whenever I've seen sheds in England, people normally let them get like into a bad state. They're always at the back of the garden, it's all overgrown, nobody keeps it tidy, you chuck all your tools in there and it kind of gets forgotten about. So that's why I wanted to put it right in this little like ditch here. It's really just been left in a state of disrepair, you know, everything's kind of collapsed in and overgrown around it, and you have to like battle through the weeds and stuff to get there. So yeah, it's just a tool shed, there's nothing in it. I mean, we can take a look, but I mean, we shouldn't, there's no reason to. Fine. What? Whoa! I don't know what you're talking about. A secret armory? No way. Not on my watch. They're just really special water guns for when he's watering the plants. That's what those are. This is not John Wick the Gek, I promise. Or is it? And then, of course, there's always one or two more little secrets. Oh, we didn't see this little cubby. How could I forget? We got another little cubby in here. Just a little storage area. Don't ask me what's in these crates, because I won't tell you. It's not full of ammunition. Whoa. Right, outside. Come on. Enough of that. So yeah, that's the building. Really cozy, really cool. Maybe, just maybe, there's a hint of something nefarious that goes on here. Maybe the person that lives in this retreat isn't just a relaxing holidayer, a little Gek on his travels. Maybe they are indeed hitman assassins, but we'll never know. It's not like we've seen any evidence of such things. Oh, and look at this. We have another little room here, but this is a secret room, so there's no way to get into this room. I come up with some strange ideas, I know. Radical. So there's no actual practical way to get into this room. It's a completely secret enclosed room. And of course, if you were a hitman or an assassin, you might have things like this in your house, you know, secret passages, secret escape routes, secret rooms where you might keep your weapons. Da, da, da. But I mean, that's not what we're looking at. This is just a bedroom. That's it. That's all it is. Just a nice, peaceful bedroom. I love the way that looks, by the way. Like, the idea of, like, just coming up and seeing straight into this little cozy bedroom that's just completely boxed in. I don't know. It just, I like it. It looks really cool to me. So, yeah, I'm really, really happy with how all of this turned out. And, of course, once again, our beautiful spot has a lovely ringed planet right above it. And that was like, I didn't even mean to do that. That was just pure coincidence. So, yeah, it looks cool. And there's the markings on the wall, which could or could not be the crest of the Hitman Assassin Association that this Gek is part of. But I ain't saying nothing. Is there anything else we haven't seen before I get myself into trouble? Oh, yeah, this place. Did I show this place? I used the terrain manipulator to make this into like a really cool little overgrown area, like a little, almost like a little entrance, like a little caveway. And I love how that looks. So we naturally had this like big hill up here and this bit of rock here. And I thought, let's just extend it a little bit more and bleed it into the house so it kind of absorbs it and becomes this little entranceway. So I love how that turned out. It looks super cool. And I want to try more stuff like that, like more ways to blend the nature and the surroundings into my builds. That's something I'm having a lot of fun with, messing around with. Even on this little balcony, if we look up, we're just stuck underneath this lovely canopy. Isn't it cool? There's so many little spots in this build where I'm like, I would love to come and just sit here, read a book, listen to some music, or just take in the views. And that's like, if you can build something that makes you feel like that, I feel like you're doing it right. Of course, at the top of our tower, we have our prized possession, which is this beautiful antiquity, an old Gek relic, a little statue from the past, long, long ago, that we have restored and painted and propped up as a little piece of abstract art at the top of our tower. I thought that looked pretty neat, and I mean, it's possible that if I rolled this out of the way, there would be a secret passageway into rooms and entrances and escape routes that we'll never know about, but let's get back to business. Of course, the little balcony, the little decking area up on the roof here, when you've got a place this beautiful, you have to freaking have spots like this to come and enjoy it, you know? Have a little drink of Gek juice with your friends, take in the views, soak in the sunshine, and just be a happy little Gek. And I would be a very little happy Gek. A very little happy Gek, that's right, I said it. If I found this place. So yeah, that's my second build showcase video. A nice little detailed wooden cabin, a little holiday retreat that is not the home of an assassin. I promise you. The Gek are good, guys. The Gek are good. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed that one. I definitely want to build more cool things in the future. I'm working on a massive build at the moment. I've mentioned it a few times, but the build that I'm working on in the background of all of this is really big, so it's taken me quite a while. But hopefully when that's done, you guys will enjoy it. But yeah, stay tuned for that, and of course, loads more videos very soon. Take care, guys, and peace. Just want to give a huge shout out and thank you to every single one of my current Patreon supporters: Anarchy, Dale from the Atlas Hub, Vogia, David D, Dead D Reza, Kicker, Forgotten Stoner, Heath, Husband Vader, Jens, Jeremy J, Joanne's A, Good Handed, Lukash, Mac for a Day, Madeline J, Malin Dog, Mark F, Michael, Amras, Neil B, NTB, Okami, Ongrad, Autumn Long, Paul Lawson, Rasmus K, Legion 245, Shiroko Majelli, Sam W, The Golden Gek, The Portrait Dude, Todd C, Todd H, Ty the Blazer, UK Gamer 84, Vanilla, YO, and Ovind. Thank you for supporting me and believing in what I do. You guys are the best.